Hello there. How and when did the internet start? Ever asked yourself that question? The internet is everywhere now, to the point where we just use it and have it for granted. And why shouldn't we? It has been there for over 4 decades now. Which begs the question, how did the internet era even start? The invention of the internet cannot be credited to any individual by name, as it has been the work of a lot of engineers and scientists. The story started a long time before technology had even existed, with Nikola Tesla, who was the first to anticipate the portability of information and ease of communication in its current form. The very first beginning of the internet was during the Cold War, when the need for a communication system capable of surviving nuclear attack had arisen. But the real foundation of the internet was the military project, called ARPANET, in 1966. ARPANET stands for Advanced Research Projects Agency Network and was the first wide-area packet switching network. It was created to allow the Advanced Research Projects Agency, ARPA, machines of the United States Department of Defense to communicate with one another. It is notable to mention that ARPANET was communications-oriented, rather than user-oriented, since it was purely for defense purposes. And despite the challenges met, ARPANET was declared operational by the summer of 1975. Fun fact, the very first message sent through ARPANET was in 1969 by the attempt to send the word login from one node to another. But only the letters hello were successfully received before the network crashed. Then, during the 1970s, scientists Robert Kahn and Vinton Cerf developed the Transmission Control Protocol and Internet Protocol, or TCP/IP, which are still used today as they set the standards for all transmissions between multiple networks. By the middle of 1983, ARPANET fully adopted TCP/IP, and the internet took on a transition from military networks to a public civilian one. It was in 1990 when the internet became much more popular after the computer scientist Tim Berners-Lee invented the World Wide Web. On the 28th of February 1990, ARPANET was fully decommissioned, and the internet became a fully publicly funded operation. It kept advancing and will continue to get even more involved in our daily lives as the IoT is becoming the standard. The Internet of Things, IoT, refers to a vast number of things that are connected to the internet to share data with other things. Some of the myriad number of applications for IoT can be seen with healthcare, transportation and logistics, smart homes, buildings, machines, etc. Engineering and network experts agree that we are still evolving. Imagine using our eyes, ears, and other senses as extensions of our digital selves. Some of the most anticipated future developments are sharing internet information just like electricity, Internet of Things coupled with artificial intelligence and big data, augmented reality and wearable devices, vocal communication, auto-translation, accessing the web with our minds, a health data revolution, and finally, brainwaves communication. However, just as the internet develops into great things, it gets worse in other aspects, specifically with the privacy settings. The dark side of the internet has no end, but some quick examples are bullying, trolls, stalkers, and crime, addiction, time wasting and suicidal, identity theft, hacking, viruses, and cheating, dark markets, weapons, private information, drugs, etc., spam and advertising, affecting focus and patience, depression, loneliness, and social isolation, health issues and obesity. If anything is to be concluded from this video is that the internet is a very complex invention with a rich history, and us, the users, experience it day in and day out. Who knows, maybe you watch this video when the internet takes on a completely new form.